Hello everybody, welcome back to Key Wisdom Tarot. My name is Ruth and I'm your Reiki Master and Tarot Reader. It's so nice to be back here with you today. It is Wednesday the 18th of September, so I'm hoping that this reading is going to go out today, and it will go out today actually, and it's the first time I'm doing a pick a card reading, and this is the question that's going to be answered. What is he or she thinking? So really, this is a soulmate reading, and it's for all those people who are maybe separated from the person that they love, or maybe they are in a relationship with somebody, but they're uncertain, or dating, and they're uncertain about what maybe is behind the relationship, etc. So I'm going to draw... I'm going to do 3 piles, 1, 2, 3, and you'll see me put these piles out on there. I will endeavour to put a timestamp on there when it goes out, so look in the description box below. And if not, I'm sure if I forget to do it, I'm sure someone else will do that, and I'll pin the timestamps at the top as well. Okay. Just a quick reminder that I have uploaded your brand new content today as well, which goes up until the 5th of October. That's a general reading for all individual signs, and also your September love readings are still available to view, of course, along with your September astrology. I'll be uploading some extra content this month, so please, and from now on really, so please, if you haven't already, subscribe and press the bell for notifications. I think I'm going to be uploading some things this weekend as well. Okay, thank you so much for being here. Let's get started. First of all, I'm going to draw from this deck. Okay, you'll see how I'm going to set it up. The first card relates to the current energy of the two of you. So you and the other person that you're thinking of, in a relationship with, dating, separated from, etc. Okay? So I'm going to draw those. First of all, these cards, as soon as I pick them up, oh, right, they're ready. They're ready to go. Now, this is 1. This is 2. And this is 3. Okay? The readings are going to be based around those. For some reason, this one wants to come out, but I don't know why. Now, I read into it, I think it wants to come out. So you get 2 number 3 if you're a number 3 reading, okay? So this card is going to answer for each of you the current energy between the two of you. What are you currently experiencing? Okay, I'm then going to draw 3 more cards for each of these piles, and then we'll start the individual readings. Okay, once, as I said, click the timestamps if you don't want to see me shuffling and doing this. Okay, so the second card is what's going on beneath the surface for them. What are their emotions beneath the surface? Okay, wow. And I'm going to I read intuitively, so I have to just go with, there's 3 different readings going on here, so I'm tuning into different energies. I feel like this one does want to come out for there. Okay, so this is what's going on for them beneath the surface, this card. And the next card is the challenge or obstacle between the two of you, or the two of you face currently. Why it's going this way, I do not know. And the third card, the fourth card, or the third card, is the potential outcome, okay, for the two of you. Okay, that one wants to go there this time. See, it's interesting. This one's quite a charged one. This is a clarifier for this one, actually. That's a clarifier. So for those people that are going for number 3, well, there's definitely soulmate energies coming for you guys. That's that one. Okay, I think we are ready. We are done now. That one's ready. Okay, so this is pile number 1. This is pile number 2. This is pile number 3. Tune into the energies, please. Tune into the energies. Okay, and then we'll start with pile number 1. I'll read those cards. I may pull clarifiers, then 2, then 3. Okay, we're asking the question, what is he or she thinking? So you tune into that energy. Okay, fabulous. Let me just take your thumbnail so that, oh, hang on. Sorry, you can't see all those, can you? There we go. I'll just take your thumbnail so you can see what you're working with. There we go. Okay, let's get started. So we're going to start with number 1, and then I'll put 2 and 3 aside. Okay, so I'll put them here. There we go. Number one. Okay, welcome. I really hope, number one, that this answers your questions for you. Okay, so this is how the cards were drawn. So let's put them out like that, number one. Okay, and I'll just put that there so you can see that this is number one. And the first energy is the current energy between the two of you. What's currently going on, what's currently occurring between the two of you. Let's have a look at that energy, okay? Wow, Six of Cups. This is lovely. So this could be you. Let me explain what the Six of Cups is first of all. I'm getting excited. Okay, number sixes are about balance and harmony. Number six on the Tree of Life is beauty, okay? And beauty is about balance, it's about harmony, and it's also about realizations, understanding, and wisdom. Is number six. It's about experience, it's about, in love, it relates to past life connections or soulmate connections, or having looking back fondly, having memories with somebody, okay? The cups is the symbol in the tarot deck of our emotions. So this is a really lovely card, actually. So the current energy between the two of you could be feeling extremely harmonious and in balance. Remember, the Lovers card in the Major Arcana is number six as well. So this is obviously also related to the Lovers. So between the two of you, there could be a really beautiful connection or commitment. We'll have a look though and see. Now, this is someone that you're thinking about. This could be someone that you're separated from currently and that you are thinking fondly about. The interesting thing is though, when we get this, is that there are, on both sides, that's what's going on. So if you're thinking about this other person, maybe wanting to get back with them, this is a card saying that they're also thinking of you too, because it's a card of balance, because it's a card of harmony, because it's a card of beauty, because it's a card and a number that promotes continuation, that asks us to look again at something. That's what the number six does. So this is suggestive that if you are thinking of that person, then they are thinking of you too, even if you are not together or not currently speaking, etc. Okay? So number ones, this is the next card, and this card relates to what's beneath the surface for them, emotionally, what they are going through. Now, I saw this card actually as I was putting it down. I keep the cards all face down just so that I don't get distracted by the energies. That's why I do that, okay? So this card, as I said, relates to what's beneath the surface for them. What are they experiencing emotionally, okay? So let's have a look at this card here. This is the Hermit card, isn't it? And the Hermit is an energy of, it's number 9 in the tarot, and it's a major arcana. It's actually linked to the sign of Virgo, so it's earth energy, okay? Number 9s are all about our internal. It's not about internal processes, actually. That's more number 7. Number 9 is about looking within, about searching for answers within. So this is something that person that you are thinking about in this reading, they may be experiencing. You know, this is a card of healing as well. You know, earth energy is always about healing. And it's about, if not in a physical sense, in an emotional sense or karmic sense, it's about addressing the things in our lives or recognizing the things in our lives that have manifested out of fear. Look at this. I'm just going to show you this. Okay, there's definitely we're nearly at the number 10 with the number 9. Okay, but what I mean by that, things that have manifested out of fear, it's like, you know, I'm behaving in a certain way because I'm afraid, but I may not realize that I'm afraid. With the Hermit card and the Hermit energy, you go within to look at the reasons behind your actions, what motivated you to take these actions in love. And actually, this card is extremely resonant with the current astrological influences anyway. It is Virgo season right now, and the new moon was in Virgo on the 9th of September, and really this is a month of judgment. If you haven't seen my September astrology video, I would check that out, because it explains a lot about the astrology and specifically about the new moon in Virgo, etc. And it's really a time this month that we all should be looking within and trying to understand why we are where we are, why we behave the way that we behave, why we do the things that we do. And for you, the person that you're separated from, that you're in a relationship with potentially, that you've started to date, etc., that's the person that's ghosted you. Ghosted just came to mind, so some of you have been ghosted. I can't say it's ever happened to me, actually, officially, I suppose, in the actual term of what ghosting means. It's never happened to me. But anyway, some of you will have been ghosted, and this is saying that the person is looking within. What they're trying to do is trying to understand why they've treated you in that way, why they feel the way that they do. It's like there's they're not sure, they don't understand what they're experiencing, and this is going to tell us that. This is going to give us an explanation, because this card is about what's beneath. Hang on. 1, 2. Sorry, that's what's beneath the surface. So this is the challenge for them. This is their obstacle, what they find challenging, what they find that's stopping them from potentially being in a relationship with you or stopping contact with you. Wow. I mean, I'm not surprised that we see this card. This is the Two of Cups. This is a soulmate card. And when we have this type of energy, as I said with the Six of Cups, okay, if you're thinking about them, they're thinking about you. If you're reminiscing fondly about them, they're reminiscing fondly about you. However, there's no contact between you two potentially, or very limited contact between you two. And that's something that you know, struggling to understand. I mean, clearly you've clicked on this link for a reason, you know. It's that question, and obviously that's what's on your mind. What is going on in their head? In their head and in their heart, there's a very strong connection to you. They may love you. I mean, to be honest, I'm going to say it. You know, when we see the Two of Cups, it's a symbol of love. And love is something that we try to intellectualize as human beings, as people with egos. We try to intellectualize love. We try to say, well, you can only love someone who you've known for this long, who, you know, your friends like, or who your parents approve of, or who's got the same religion as you, or blah, blah, blah. That's, forgive my French, but that's bullshit. You love who you love, and love isn't a choice. Love is a feeling. Love is a feeling of connection with somebody. That's it. And this is why people say love at first sight. Is that true? Yeah, it is true. And it's illogical. But if you believe in past life connections, if you believe that we can, and I do, if you believe that you can connect with the collective unconsciousness, the collective consciousness, the people that all have lived and died before us, okay? All those millions and billions of souls that have lived and died before us, they went through relationships and they fell in love. And sometimes we can tap it unknowingly for people like me, obviously, but unknowingly for other people, they can unknowingly tap into energy of love. They resonate with somebody, they vibe with somebody, and it seems so strange to meet somebody and to just instantly, there's a connection, instantly. And what do? We question that. And it's healthy and it's normal to question that. That is part of the soulmate journey. It is. It's part of the soulmate journey to look at yourself and say, is this really what I'm feeling? Is this really what I'm experiencing? Well, looking at these cards, yes, it is. You're really experiencing these feelings of love. You're really experiencing these feelings of happiness within, but it's also scary. It's also scary, and potentially the person that you're thinking of now in this reading, they are this is something that concerns them. And to be honest, it's something that concerns me. I mean, I won't go into details, but listen, you know, I call my channel Key Wisdom Tarot because, as I always say, I speak from my experiences, my personal experiences with the energies. And energies isn't just in meditation. Energies is out in the world, in life, in experiences, reflecting on the things that happened to me, reflecting on the things that I felt. And let me tell you, I won't go into too much detail because you don't know who's watching. Let me tell you, this feeling I liken to the Tower and the Ace of Cups combined. It's a crazy head. I'm going to swear. No, I won't swear. That's too strong a word. I was going to say the F word. It's too strong, but it's a head, messes your head. It's you can't like feel stable. It's like everything's like it's difficult. Everything's like hard. Like, is this real? Like, is this just, can I trust him? And can I trust her? And am I just imagining this? Is this? No, you're not imagining it. No, you are not imagining it. No, you are not imagining it. This person's thinking about you. This person's going within and thinking, why have I treated that person the way they have? How do I feel? What is going on? You know, and it's because of the intense feelings of love and the connection that they have to you, okay? The last card, the final card, is your potential outcome, okay, as a couple, okay? And this is the card here. I mean, this is, I'm not surprised to see this card. This is the Five of, what's that, Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles. And the Five of Pentacles is a card of feeling left out in the cold. I hate saying that, but how I describe it as well is something, it's pentacle energy, so it's about, it's earth energy again. So some of you could be dating a Virgo or Capricorn, or Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. I couldn't think of the other one. I say Virgo because, you know, that's Virgo's sign, and that's what's beneath the surface. So they may be just going through that during Virgo season, or going through that, and it's an indication of they are in their element right now, you know, really getting into their feelings and trying to understand what is going on in their actions and their behaviour. And this is the outcome currently. This is the current outcome. And what this is saying is that earth energy. So it's about things that are real in this world, what we see. So this is, you're not going to see anything potentially. Five is a challenge. Five is something that we have to change, and we realize that we have to change because we do this, because we see where we are. We see that our situation that we are now in isn't healthy for us. You know, this I really feel like this is definitely for people who are separated. I didn't pick the cards, but I suppose this might resonate quite strongly with me personally, actually. This is what goes on in it's a real typical soulmate connections, real typical soulmate relationship, real typical soulmate journey. And this is the break between the soulmates. This is what happens. This card it's a challenge to our ego. It's comparison, and it's saying, you know, potentially, you know, she's too good for me, you know, he's too good for me, you know, how do I get back with them? How do I speak to them again? You know, what do I say? You know, and being afraid, really, because after we've gone through this soul searching, and especially, as I said, we're in Virgo season, it's a month literally of judgment. Check out my astrology video, but it's a month of judgment. So this is what we're all really doing. We're all doing this and meant to be doing this. I'm just going to pull out just one more card, because there we go, King of Wands. So this is good. I wanted to just clarify this card. So this is something that we have to change. There's something that we have to let go of. There's something that we have to recognise isn't serving us. And this is what I mean about, this is what happens in the process of the Hermit, in the energy of the Hermit. That's the type of thing that we recognise. I wanted to clarify that card because this, you know, there is movement here. There is movement in this card, but it's more a realization. And if you have Instagram or Facebook, I've done a post actually on the number nines and this card as well, the Five of Pentacles. So by all means, go have a look on my Instagram or Facebook page, Key Wisdom Tarot, and have a you know, in-depth look at that. But I wanted to look at this. I wanted to clarify the energy here. And the card that's come out is the King of Wands, and this is excellent. Excuse me. Kings are masculine energy. Masculine energy is typified as action, as movement, as being inspired to take action towards something in a direction. In this instance, it's in a direction that you are passionate about, that you have a strong feeling, connection for. And this is suggesting that after this period of, you know, of thinking, of looking within, of recognizing that actually inside there is these two cups that I feel, and you've gotten, and they have gotten over this feeling of, how do I approach her, him, how do I get back in their good graces, what do I do, what do I say? This is a card of action. So this is saying that after this is what they do. They move in a direction that they're passionate about. And, you know, potentially, hopefully, that is you. Okay. So I think that's actually a really lovely outcome for you guys. I think that this for you guys, for number one, this is a really clear, this is definitely, if you pick this one, you've definitely in a soulmate union. I mean, you saw me pick the cards. There's not many cards I've picked out altogether, and the Two of Cups and the Six of Cups came out. This suggests a connection, a real deep spiritual soul, a connection at a soul level, and it's really nice at the end that we see this wand energy, because this is a card of action, a card of passion, a card of movement, and you know, someone who's mastered that, someone who, having looked within, understands what inspires him, understands him or her, understands what inspires them, and wants to move toward that in a really measured, sensible, grown-up way. Okay, there's real love here. There is. So, you know, good luck, number ones. Number ones. Good luck. If you haven't already, as I said, please subscribe to the channel. I will be posting a few more of these, and if you want to leave a suggestion below about what the next reading should be about, what we should next ask, just leave a suggestion below, and obviously I will endeavour to meet those needs for you, my darlings. Okay, thank you so much for being here, number ones. I will see you all soon. Check out your other love readings and other readings on my channel. Take care, my loves. Bye. Okay, number two. Number two. So, number two. Bear with me a second, I've got to organise. Okay, so, this is your reading. So, remember this card we said is the current energy that's going on between the two of you, okay? And then this one here, oh, I can't remember if we picked two or... I'll just know, anyway. These two are together, aren't they, actually? This one here is what's going on beneath the surface emotionally for that person that you're thinking of, that you're asking this question about. This is looking at the challenge or obstacles, and then the potential outcome. I'm not sure. We'll work it out. I can't remember which how I said, but they all wanted to come out for these four cards at the beginning, so we'll look at all of them. Okay, let's look at the first card then. This is the current energy between the two of you, and wow, you guys have got it good. I get some. I definitely resonating with soulmates today, I tell you that. Okay, so beautiful energy at the King of Cups, but it's a double-edged sword. A double-edged sword. I mean, I won't even. That metaphor did not work anyway, but anyway. It is a double-edged sword. I'll explain to you why, my darling. So the current energy between you is there is love between you. And this is active. You know, this is masculine energy. So masculine energy of the king is always active. It's movement. It's going towards something. The queens, or the feminine energies in the tarot, are passive. So they're about how do we feel after we've taken the action? How do we feel once we've done the thing that we were inspired to do as the king, when we moved in this direction, etc. So this is about moving toward the things that you want. So this is suggested that you guys are in a relationship. You're dating somebody potentially, or you're in a relationship. You're just starting out. You're thinking about potentially if you're gonna have a firm commitment, etc., etc. So this is saying the current, the current energy between you two is very good. There's love there. But I always say about the King of, there's a card that wants to come out. I always say with the King of Cups, though, there's stuff beneath the surface. There's emotion beneath the surface that we might hide. So what that's suggestive is potentially both of you might be holding back, or he or she might be holding back, or you know, one of you might be holding back in the relationship, okay? And only holding back in the way of, you know, not really feeling comfortable yet to actually sort of express how much they're actually feeling for you, the connection they're feeling. I've got this impression of, you know, someone who is I mean, I'm thinking of a man, but it could resonate with any of you. I've got this impression of someone who's kind of like, you know, too cool. He's like, you know, a big man. He's like big and he's like strong, and you know, he's very funny and a lovely person, but he's not usually the type of person that shows, you know, how cuddly he can be. And that might be a word that you actually use to describe this person. It came through very clearly, that, so I'm smiling actually, because what a lovely energy. But this person, if you're in a relationship with somebody, or just started dating somebody, and you're thinking, just know that they have that feeling as well. You know, they sort of have a really beautiful connection with you, but they're a little bit yeah, they're just not used to being so, romantic and cuddly, but they really feel that way with you. They really want to be, romantic and cuddly, and I don't know, buy teddy bears, and they're like, 6'5" and hench, and all that. So anyway, there's love on both sides. Anyway, is a current energy, and whether or not you two have admitted that to each other, it exists. Okay, which is lovely, because this is the current energy between you both. So it's love. King of Cups, fabulous, darlings, fabulous. Okay, this is what's going on beneath the surface for them. I feel like these two are connected, but I'll know as I go, okay? Beneath the surface for them is the Page of Swords. We call this the Stalker card, okay? So this could be that, this is going to resonate differently with the people that pick this card, but this could be that this is how you feel. You have these feelings for this person, you have love for them, and this person has love for you. And as I said, they don't really know how to sort of say that or do anything about that. So this is what they do. Now, the Page of Swords, it could be, let me just say, sorry, it could be an earth sign, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius as well, okay? Now, the sword energy is about our thoughts, our minds, our consciousness, our communication, our truths, okay? And pages are helpers, okay? And messengers, there's a diligence about this card, which is really similar, though, to Virgo energy. Now, it's completely, it's not an earth sign, it's not an earth energy at all, but I always get, because I'm getting old, I always get this vibe, or recently I've been getting this vibe of the diligence of this card, the character on this card, the page. We call this card the Stalker card, okay? And that's because he's described as having good attention to detail, being detail-oriented, like Virgo is, focused, looks up information, a good negotiator, etc., etc. Could be someone younger as well. And this person is, if you are not in contact with this person, or in full contact with this person now, they could be checking you out still, trying to work out, okay, how can I, maybe bringing you up in conversations, trying to speak to your family. You could have had a breakup, actually. Some of you could have had a breakup. This card wants to come out. Oh, God. You could have had a breakup. It's funny that this card, I'll show you that in a minute. This is for this card. You could have had a breakup, potentially, some of you, or been friends and not romantic, and then that's something that wants to change. It's like this person is trying to sort of, is watching you, is around you, wants something different, wants a new change. And I knew this card was for this, and this is the Wheel of Fortune. The person that you're thinking about in this reading is trying to work out a way to change the situation that you're currently in. So whatever, I mean, there's obviously love here, and there's a want. If you are single and separated from this person, blah blah blah, there's a want of action on both your sides. You both want something to happen because you have these feelings for each other, because you have these feelings of love for each other. You both want something to happen. If you are together in a relationship with somebody, and you're in a committed relationship, this person could want more commitment. This person could want to get married, to propose, or for you guys to get married or have children. There's the energy here is good. I mean, it's a nice vibe. We'll see what this card's saying. This is the challenge or the obstacle for you guys, okay? I didn't really talk about this card much. The Wheel of Fortune is a card of good fortune, okay? Good luck. And it's a card of change. It's number 10. So we've got a 1, which is the initiation, the beginning of something. And we've got a 0, which is a portal, a chance at a new start, a chance at a new world. So the number 10, this is why, it's obviously so appropriate. It's not just randomly, the Wheel of Fortune isn't randomly number 10. It's number 10 for a reason, because it has that energy of, we want to start something different. We want to be in what's been going on. We don't want that to continue. We want something new to happen. But a 10 is always a choice. It's a choice. Now, either they're trying to make that choice with the Page of swords, or they're waiting for you to make that choice. So, but there's definitely a change gonna come, the change that is wanted. Okay, this is the next card. This is the challenge or the obstacle that's currently facing you as a couple, or the two of you. Well, I mean, need we say more, darlings? Need we say more? I mean, Four of Pentacles. So this is someone, and it could be you or it could be them. This is someone who is not moving, not taking any action. It's number 4. So 4s are about our foundations, our stabilities, our structures in our lives, you know. It's really a lot about sort of who we think we are, the number 4. And we think we are who we are because of the things like the jobs that we do, the families that we come from, our cultures, our religion, our race, etc. These are all things that we believe make us who we are. I won't go into what I believe, darlings. But that's what I mean about the number 4. The number 4 is about those type of things, those structures, okay, in our lives. And some people, when we have 5s and we have to identify, you know, okay, what needs to change? I know what my structures are now in number 4. What needs to change? This is someone saying who's not wanting to, beneath the surface, even though this person on the outside wants and is taking action. You know, there is clearly love there, and they want to take action because they want something to change. They want action because, as I said, it's a masculine energy. If it was the Queen of Cups, we'd say, oh, this person's in love with you and you're in love with them. That's what we'd say. But this is a card saying there's definitely emotion on both sides, and we want action in this relationship, in this commitment, okay? But this, beneath the surface, for the person that you're thinking of, is this energy. This is them saying, I've assessed and I'm fine as I am. They're saying, I'm not going to move. I'm not going to show what I'm really like. I'm not going to show you my heart, because it's not because of you. It's never because of you, darling. It's always because of them. Same vice versa. So, you know, what I mean by that is, you know, if someone cheats on you, it's because they're miserable in their lives or they're unhappy. You know, it's not because you're not good looking enough or you're not friendly enough or you're not whatever. You know, it's about them. And this is what I'm trying to say about the process that they're going through. The reluctance isn't about you, it's about them. It's really about letting those feelings come to the surface. And I think for some of them, it's just something that they are so not used to doing. It could be that they've been married in the past. That just came to mind. They've been married in the past, or they've had a very serious commitment that they, you know, say for example, they were in a long-term relationship with their childhood sweetheart, and, you know, they thought that they were going to be with that person forever, and then they're not with that person anymore. And now, you know, 15 years later, after, you know, being in that relationship for all those 15 years, they've been single, and then they meet you, and there's love and there's feelings there, but they're saying, listen, you know what? I've got my life. This is how my life is now, and I'm not going to change it because I'm used to being this way. I'm used to showing up in this way. So why am I going to change now? I'm used to not being overly romantic. So why am I going to change now? I'm used to not, you know, chasing men or chasing women. So why am I going to change now? That's the type of energy of this card, of the Four of Pentacles. And it's so funny because it's like there's two. I mean, you know, her energy, the mind, you know, the higher self, the logic, the being discerning with the sword energy. This, as I said, is the pentacle energy is about the things that are in our life that are already manifested. So our jobs, our families, our relationships. And it's interesting how this person is reliant. Oh, this card wants to be turned over now. It's interesting that this person is reliant more on the structures in their lives now currently, and they're just afraid, it seems, of changing, of making changes. But there's definite love here, and either they're definitely spying on you, or you might be spying on them. Let's have a look at the outcome, actually. So this is the potential outcome. You know, what's the potential for you two to be a couple? Ooh, can you see that? Ooh, I'm excited. Oh, Tiny's on telly. Can you see Tiny? Say hello, Tiny. I'm going to show you a card. Are you ready for it? Ta-da! This is the card, okay? fabulous, darling. I get so excited, like it's for me. No, it isn't for me, it's for you guys. However, my darlings, the 9 of Cups. Excellent. Wish fulfillment in a nutshell. Let's talk about the card a little bit, okay? So, Cups energy is about our emotions, our feelings. It's also about our intuition, psychic abilities and all that stuff, you know. Is the Cups energy. It's about those internal things. When I was speaking about passive energy or feminine energy, that's the Cups. That's Cups energy. And number 9 is about going within, related to the Hermit card, related to looking within. What is it you want? What is it you feel? What is it you're experiencing? And this is a card of saying, this is saying there's obviously love there. But look at him. Keeps his arms folded, doesn't do anything. He's got all this beauty, all this love behind him, but he's not taking any action as yet. However, this is saying that it's a matter of time. When we get the wish fulfillment card, it's what you want, what you wish for, what you will happen. You will have that. You know, this is your wish fulfillment. So some of you might be thinking, oh, bloody, I just want him to leave me alone, or I just want her to leave me alone. I just want to move on. I want to get on with somebody else. Then you can have that. 100%. Or if you're saying, I just want us to get back together. I just want us to see each other. I just want us to be together. You can have that. The challenge is this. The challenge is what's beneath the surface. I always say about the King of Cups, the river runs deep with him, because beneath the surface, there's a lot more emotion than that's being shown on the surface. And beneath the surface, this is what this person's currently feeling. They're struggling to move, not because there's no feelings there, but because of their own experiences and their own internal structures. So there's very good potential here. The person is definitely you keeping an eye on you, or this could be you keeping an eye on them. But there's love. When we have this card as the overall energy, really, the current energy, the current overall energy, this is a energy of love between the two of you, okay? And that's a wonderful thing to see. Okay, so I hope you like that, number 2s. If you haven't already, please subscribe and click the bell below. I'll be uploading some new content just randomly, just via Tree of Life, pick of card readings. If you want to make a suggestion for the next pick a card reading, then by all means just leave in the comments below, and I will endeavour to ask that question, darling. If you click the bell, you'll get notifications. Check out your September astrology, check out your September love readings, and also check out your new bi-weeklies that run up until the 5th of October. Okay, my loves, take care, my darlings. Bye. Hello, number 3. It's so nice to see you. Thank you for being here. They've been very, very positive so far. So let's see what you get. So you're number 3s. Let me put your number 3s there, darlings. And these 2 wanted to come out. They want to go that way. I don't know what they are. I've not looked at them. These are representative of the current energy between the two of you. Interestingly, 2 wanted to come out. One's a clarifier, but I just brought them out. That's what they wanted to do. And then we've got these cards as well, okay? This one represents beneath the surface emotionally for the person that you're thinking about. This one is the challenge or obstacle, and then this is the potential outcome as a couple for the 2 of you, okay? So let's have a look at these energies. I don't know what these are going to say, obviously I have no idea, but I feel very strong energy coming off these, so fingers crossed they're good. I don't know. What's Tiny saying? Oh, Tiny's sleeping. Right. Well, we've got the Page of Wands, darling. So that's passion, isn't it? Oh, some of you could be dating younger as well, who knows. Anyway, let's crack on. And the Emperor. Okay, so let's have a look. Current energy between right, okay. I'm laughing, and this isn't me laughing, this is me connecting to your energy, and this is the energy of what the situation that's going on between you and this other person that you're thinking about currently, okay? It's hilarious to me because it's like there's all this passion there. There's all this passion, like giddy, like you're giddy with passion. You're giddy with passion. She's giddy with passion. He's giddy with passion. And for some reason, you're trying to like control it. I had that with the last reading as well, the number twos. And I was like, that's so funny. But understandable. I'm definitely connecting with the soulmates on my channel, and that's why I felt it was important to do a soulmate reading today. And each of these readings have been soulmate readings, and this is starting out in a similar fashion. Wand energy is fire, related to the fire signs, so Aries, Leo, and Sag. It's about our passions and our inspirations. It's linked to, it is linked to this crystal, actually. I always forget what the name of it is, but I love this crystal. It's like good enough to eat, isn't it? Look at it. Anyway, which is related to our second chakra, our sacral chakra, our life force, our will, our imagination, our passions, all those things that get us excited, all those things that motivate us, that we want to move towards. It's just like overwhelming sometimes. I'm so glad you can't see my face right now. I'm really being very dramatic, darling. Anyway, that's that energy. And it's like you're trying to control that and be like, oh, just push that down. Now, it could be because it's a clandestine relationship, i.e., you're having an affair, or you are, having an affair, or seeing your boss, for example, dating the boss. And it's all, you're maybe not having an affair, but you're dating your boss, and, you're the younger, person, and she's older than you, or he's older than you, the boss, and they're in charge, and, it's all that passionate, oh, it's exciting. I'm excited for you. I'm not saying these cards, but I feel really excited, okay? And I'm tuning into your energy. So this isn't, I am a dramatic person, darling, but in this instance, I'm really tuning into some energy specifically. So some of you are dating your boss, or you're having some cheeky sex somewhere with somebody who maybe you shouldn't be having with, and that person could be potentially younger than you, or you could be the younger person, and that other person could be in a position of authority, okay? So as I said, like a boss or something like that. The Emperor is also, it's card number 4 in the tarot. It's related to, I actually love the Emperor. I love the card. Let me just check. It's related to the sign of Aries, that's it. And the reason the Emperor is such a boss is because the Emperor has got that wisdom within. The Emperor has already been through, number 1, the Magician, number 2, the High Priestess, number 3, the Empress, and then we get the Emperor. And it's an embodiment of the understanding and the wisdom of what goes on within, of what you're feeling, of understanding what makes up those structures, what makes up who you are. And then because of that understanding that the Emperor has, they're able to exude that confidence. So this could be someone that's very confident, very sexually confident, very, very sexually playful, very attractive, that you're attracted to. And so there's mutual, there's definitely mutual attraction. And again, it's that sort of, I'm actually getting hot. And I know I'm in my onesie, but I am really getting hot now. So I think it's you guys. Okay, let's carry on anyway, because we're going on a bit. This is the next one, okay? This card is what's beneath the surface emotionally for them, for the person that you're thinking about. Wow. Okay, so this could be someone at work, actually. So it really could be your boss or someone you work with. Excuse me. It could also be, the signs we're covering all the signs really, aren't we? Well, not quite, but it could also be someone who is an earth sign, so Taurus, Virgo, Cap. Anyway, this is what's beneath the surface for them. They are wanting to cooperate. They're feeling like potentially this could go somewhere, and they really want to potentially ground this relationship and ground this commitment into oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm sorry, but the feeling that I'm feeling right now is so beautiful, so warm, so I love that type of love. It's like a feeling of we can be totally silly together, do crazy, stupid, silly things. But there's that realness beneath that. There's that real trust. There's that real, honest, true, connection. And it's beautiful. It's such a grounded energy, even though it's exciting and, maybe, as I said, you're like sneaking off at work, to go into the bathroom so no one can see you, to have having a kiss and a cuddle. Even though there's that silliness and there's that sort of playfulness, shall we say, there's a real beneath the surface. There's this real understanding of, wanting to commit, wanting to be cooperative. When we get the threes are related to, is a master number. Oh, look, 3. 3 is a master number, so it's related to the ascended masters, all those great souls that went before us. And that could be your ancestors or people like Buddha, Jesus Christ. That's what we mean by ascended masters. And whenever we have a situation where we get a number 3, it's the universe shining a light on that situation for us, saying. So I really feel like what you need to know is that even though this is something, this attraction that's between you and this other person, might be extremely playful and joy, blah, blah, jolly and all that. The universe is saying, there's real solidity here. There's real foundations here, and this person is really thinking about wanting to work together with you on building a solid commitment. So that's beautiful, isn't it? Let's have a look at the next one. Now, this is the next one. For some reason, I'm going to come to this card. So I'm going to come to this card. This is the challenge or obstacle. Oh my gosh. I should have left that there, shouldn't I? Well, this is a challenge. So look at that. Ace of Cups, my darling. Ace of Cups. This is amazing as a challenge or obstacle. This is feelings of love, of real love. And when I was getting all giddy at the start of this, your reading number 3s, this is such a beauty. I've talked about this in number 1, actually, so about this feeling, because it's overwhelming and heady and beautiful and intense and, confusing and discombobulating. The Ace of Cups, to experience that energy, don't hold your breath. Don't stop yourself. Don't hold yourself back from feeling the flood of emotion. Because that is it's intense. I'll admit it to you. This energy to me feels exactly like the Tower. When I experience this energy, in life, in experience, and in meditation, and the Tower, it's the same. It's pretty much, it feels to me one in the same, and that should probably give you an essence, really, of what the energy of the Ace of Cups is like. It does. You've got no game, you've got no lines, you've got no chat. You're just like, wow, like this. You can't pretend that there's not this attraction. It's obvious, And maybe that would be a challenge. I mean, because I agree. I mean, it can feel quite intense, but it's beautiful. It's only love. It's just love. So don't hold yourself back from it. Don't hold your breath when you're with this person. Just allow yourself to be with them. Allow yourself to feel each. That would have come out wrong. Allow yourself to feel each other. Well, you know what I mean? I was saying, allow yourself to feel what you're experiencing when you're together, okay? So that's a beautiful energy, but that's a challenge. That's something that potentially you're not able to do, and it's maybe because of the situation. There could be a huge age gap. You might think people might disapprove. It could be that you work together, as I said, and other people might disapprove, etc. So you're trying to, but this is the challenge, Ace of Cups. So that's a nice card to have a challenge, isn't it? I think. Okay, and these are the outcomes. So there's interesting, look, we've got these 2 energies, and I like this. We've got the Hanged Man and we've got the Queen of Wands. Now, it's good we've got the Queen and we've got the Page of Wands. So, in fact, it goes this way around. It goes this way around. The Hanged Man is a card of seeing something from a different perspective, trying to understand the situation from a different perspective. It's a card of enlightenment. The Hangman, it's a very interesting energy, the Hangman. You know, it's a number it's a number at 12, so it's linked to the number 3, so it's linked to this card here. So again, the universe is shining the light, saying, because it's number 3, the universe is shining a light saying, this is something that you have to experience because we're trying to teach you something. We're trying to show you something about this situation. And it might be that this is what the universe is shining a light on. These energies here, the universe is actually saying, there's real solid stuff here. You know, there's something real here. And you have to see this. You have to recognize it. Yeah, you might have been, you know, it might have been a casual thing. You know, you might just be, as I said, dating casually, or, you know, secretly because you work colleagues, etc., or because you've been friends for years, whatever the situation. But the universe is almost shining a light. You know, we've got this 3, that 3, and 3, because we've got 3 anyway. The universe is shining a light, really saying you've really got to really recognize what the gift that you actually have, because having that combination of passion, you know, carefree, you know, sex, you know, really exciting energy is one thing, but then also having the actual stability, the commitment, you know. And it seems like this relationship or this union connection, you know, whatever it is you're experiencing specifically, has both of those. And I think that I don't know if either you don't see that, or they don't see that, or neither of you can see that, or neither of you have even really considered that before. You know, as I said, maybe because there is this age gap potentially, or there's this boss and colleague situation. You know, there could be that type of situation that just sort of, or you've been sleeping together for years and you've never had a commitment. But there is actually real love. There is love here. There is. So that's interesting. And I did say some of you could be having an affair or cheating or whatever, but the person that so not your actual partner, but the person that you're cheating with or whatever, having that dalliance with, it's clear that there's, you know, you might have just thought it was a fling. I'm just going to, you know, have this fling with this person, just have this fling with him, with her, whatever, you know, it's not a big deal. But then there's actually both these things beneath the surface. So the universe is saying you've got to look at that, the situation. And this is the outcome. You know, it's feminine. So it's passive. So it's about the feelings. It's about feeling intuitively drawn to somebody, or feeling passionate about something, feeling excited about something. And it's about a recognition of that feeling, and it's grounded. And the reason it's grounded is because you've already done this, you've spent this time doing this. So this is saying that I really feel there's a huge amount of passion between you and the person that you're thinking about, the person that you're inquiring about. This is the outcome. So the outcome is a recognition that this passion exists, and that there's potential, you know, there's potential for cooperation and solidity. I'm just going to pull one more card for you guys, actually, even though you've had loads more than everyone else. This could be the Page of Wands. So there's a huge amount of passion, that just wanted to pop out. So you've seen it there anyway. I stopped, and guess what's on the top? But I'm going to put it back in because it might not be that. It might just be, I don't know. So I just want to clarify. If it wants to come out, it'll come out, okay? I just want to clarify this potential outcome. God, you guys, there's a lot. I've stopped myself about a few times. So this is saying, yeah, there's a new start. You know, this is what you want. A passionate new beginning, you know, going in a direction that, yeah, it's not planned, and you know, you don't know what the outcome's going to be, and you're not sure, but it's what you're passionate about. It's where you feel drawn to go in that direction. So the outcome is potentially a new beginning and a real, like a real commitment. So if you're not in a real commitment with this person, that's a potential outcome. But again, these are always choices that that we have to make. A 0 is a portal, it's a way in, you know, it's an opportunity. And you've got to take that leap, you and them potentially, or you or them, or however it plays out specifically in your life. Okay, number 3s, I really hope you enjoyed this reading. If you haven't already, please check out your September love readings, which are on my channel now, and the new bi-weekly readings up until the 5th of October. And if you haven't, just subscribe and click the bell for new notifications. If you want to leave a comment saying asking a question, leave that in the comments as well. Okay, thanks so much for being here, number 3. Thank you for watching my channel, and I really hope you've enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments how you got on. Okay, my darlings, have a fabulous September, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.